Welcome to Tuber Chat. Whether you're working on your first 1,000, 2,000, or even 10,000 subscribers and beyond, you've come to the right place. We're going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help to get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. The very first channel that we're looking at today is a long time dear friend. She is a beloved and dedicated moderator here, one of our longest standing official members, somebody who I've had a close friendship with actually over the last 4 years. Corinne's life is very well known as somebody who cares deeply about the YouTube journey. Those of us in the Tuber Chat family and those surrounding her channel, you've probably seen her work on many different channels like Just Jason Keto and more, and here in Tuber Chat. As a matter of fact, she produces a lot of different merchandise as a behind the scenes business called Lighthouse and Anchor Designs, and she shows us a lot of her work on her channel. She actually streams while she works a lot of the time. But that's just a small part of what her channel offers. She really does include everything that does bring us Corinne's life in its the fullest sense of the term. To be honest with you, she does a lot of vlogging. She might be cooking, she might be cleaning, she might be rearranging the entire house, as she let us know in the chat earlier today. She could be indoors, she could be outdoors, and otherwise she could be giving us a look behind the scenes while she's working on her business. Now I can see I'm behind. I'm just going to grab one of her videos here and I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. This is a playlist that I use with a fun name, and it's meant to keep caught up with creators. As a matter of fact, I have taken a page out of Corinne's Life's book recently where she was talking about different styles of thumbnails. She's been doing graphic design of all kinds for a very long time, and of course her YouTube channel for the last at least 4 years, if it's not 5 already. And she's experimented with a lot of different types of thumbnails, and some of these ones that have multiple pictures with a logo in the middle, she says have done very well for her for a long time. So I actually did that on one of the channels that I run just this week. I've done it before, and it was basically due to her inspiration. So what I hope everybody takes away from that is the idea that I learn from creators of all sizes, or with channels of all sizes, every single day. I'm sure we all do. Corinne's Life has got some shorts over here getting into 18,000, 31,000, 77,000. She's a fellow Canadian from Nova Scotia and giving us some of that famous Canadian winter weather there. Live streams on the channel are frequent, so she did one a few weeks ago. Sometimes she's on even as much as daily. She's experimented between StreamYard panels and vertical streams, horizontal streams, and just about everything you can imagine, outdoors, indoors, sometimes getting to know her, sometimes taking us on an adventure. So I hope everybody will connect to Corinne's Life. We'd love to push her towards the 2,800 subscribers that she's thinking about. And, of course, she's monetized. Lots of ways to support her, including Super Chats and memberships when we get to her channel. And Butler Family Farm dropped a Super Chat to take over the Stream Boss position. So I'm going to put their channel up next. And we always put Super Chatters on the screen right away along with membership gifters. As soon as that happens, we'll get around to spinning the wheel shortly. I'm going to add some names on there. Scratch and Pete PA, of course, is in the pole position. Michael's Adventures may be able to make a late appearance today when we do really late live streams that Canadian Family Life really loves. Then sometimes we get to see Michael's Adventures towards the end. He's got a work schedule. He always sends his regards on the days he can't be there. The Servant David Show, I just set one of your videos to go out as a community post tomorrow morning. And Marketplace Boutique is on the wheel with Just Jason Keto and more. He was live a couple hours ago. I was able to catch that whole thing, as a matter of fact, while I was driving on my way to the office. He finished off. He's usually on for an hour, starting at 7:30 Eastern. TWTTV's in the house. Sharon and Jackson I've been running into all week in different live streams and premieres, which is great. Jevin Richardson's in the house. Ace Flaw 1. Andy is a friend of about 5 years. Mike and Rihanna's Adventures are fellow Canadians as well. And hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. Bella's Whisper Farmstead is here. That's Kristen and Mike. And then Lil Lego, good to see you back. And let me just, pardon me, try to reach back in the chat here for a second. King Morgan's in the house. I don't mean to miss anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everyone. Little Lego Yarn Dude, they got 2 channels, of course. Entertainment, pardon me, Entertaining and More by DJ. They've changed their name a couple of times, is here. And hopefully, again, I'm not missing anybody, but I think we're just about caught up. So, welcome everyone, and thank you for coming in. I know we've been doing our streams as pop-ups lately. It's hard for me to keep a schedule, especially during the summer months. But this Saturday is going to be a special day because we're going to drop the 3rd episode of our new video interview. I call it a podcast series. There's a conversation of about a hour and a half where I talk to Unstable TV, our favorite Irish couple. They've moved to Australia. We talk about that in the interview. I'm going to play a clip in a little while for you. We got a birthday in the house. Sharon and Jackson, I didn't realize it was your birthday. I should have known because I think I saw Scratch and Pete PA saying happy birthday to you earlier today in a stream. And I could be mistaken, but I just think that. But thank you. Hopefully everybody will wish Sharon and Jackson a happy birthday in the chat. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. Pat Master, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And let me show you something for a quick second, then we're going to talk about Butler Family Farm. That's Jerry and Susan. I'm going to put up Sharon and Jackson's channel next. And Pat Master, I know you've been here for a while. Forgive me, I saw you in the very beginning. I knew I was missing a channel. I just couldn't think of who it was. Oh, pardon me, I was going to show you something, but I don't have my external hard drive plugged in. I work on my computer with an external hard drive, and the reason why is because, especially when you're using Apple, hard drives when you're ordering a computer or buying a computer can be unreasonably expensive. So what I do is I use a USB-C external. I've got one over here right now, and then these usually hold whatever I'm working on, and then I keep backup. So the whole reason this is labeled number 2 is because I have a number 1, a number 2, and I actually have another one as well. I've been in computers my whole life, so I have lots of hard drives. But just in case you wanted to know, so this is from LaCie. I love this company. These are like industrial strength hard drives. But I just want to show you something that I do with these. The sticker on the front, you know what that is? That's those stickers that people use for their mailboxes, for their houses. Because you know that those stickers last forever. And they don't destroy the look of the whole thing. And I like big, bright, bold letters on my things to label them so I know what I'm looking at. And it avoids mistakes and things like that. Rushing Wind Mountain, I'm going to put you on the wheel right now. That's Ruby. We're going to talk about Butler Family Farm in a second. And I mentioned the idea that they took over the Stream Boss position. So what I'm talking about is that video game life meter under my camera there. Every Super Chat membership knocks a little bit of life off of the Stream Boss. The last person to knock it out and take over gets some extra exposure for their channel. So Butler Family Farm has held that position before. And then Lil Lego, lots of hard drives. Yes, Sal's Camper Life, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. So I know we've got a couple creators in the house with more than one channel. The only thing that I ask when creators have more than one is that they're always treated separately, right? So, I have a couple channels of my own, but you don't want to say, hey, this is my other channel, come get me, right? Because that's not what we're doing here. No matter how many times you try or for how long, many months, many years, I promise you the audiences on more than one channel are going to be different, even though a small portion of them might feel the same. So as long as everybody treats those channels separately, we're all good. Yarn again, good to see you in the house. I've got you on the wheel. And, Sharon and Jackson, when people here in the Tuber Chat live chats say that they are going to leave a package at your door or at your place or at your house, what they mean is they're going to your channel, they're watching a video, they're leaving a comment, the comment is the package. What that allows you to do is go and click on their comment, get right to their channel. But we really don't talk about subscribing here because it's very much against YouTube's terms of service and community guidelines to subscribe to somebody just because they're subscribing to you. We are here for much more than that. The whole thing about this community is that we intend on supporting each other literally months, and you'll hear from the stories that I tell years into the future. Yeah, thank you very much, Travels and Gardening with DJ, for sending a new friend in. Butler Family Farm is up on the screen. This is Susan and Jerry. They share the camera work over here. They've got a collaboration video here. Garden Club Tour is something that was set up by our dear friend Gail Southern Living. Butler Family Farm will introduce us to a lot of different channels. They are constantly out meeting other creators. They're heading out hundreds of miles away to different meetups and things like that, and they have a lot of StreamYard panels. I actually just joined them a few months ago on their channel for a conversation they stream every week. We'll talk about that in a minute. Just Jason Keto and Moore's making me laugh. Yes, when you hear the music in the background of Superchat, all of that music is copyright free. We have a separate channel for that, and all that music is published on all major music platforms. You can use it in your videos, live streams, and for those of you who do YouTube shorts, reels, and TikTok videos, it's all included in those systems as well. So Butler Family Farm is up here right now with 116 acres of farmland. So they show us typical homesteading, farming, and gardening content. Sometimes they're indoors as well. Actually, Jerry will work in the shop. Sometimes they bring us into their home for a story to be told or a chance to get to know them. They've got a lot of livestock on the channel or on their farm. They've got bees for the second year in a row. They've got cattle, goats, donkeys, horses, llamas, chickens, and cats and dogs. And then they've got shorts on the channel as well that encompass a lot of the same we would expect from their long form content. Some of these are really starting to move now at 10,000 views on a few of them, 12,000, and one at 25,000, which is great to see. They're monetized, of course, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there, and live streams. Like I said, they're on every Monday, and that is at, I believe, 6:45 Eastern. And you'll be able to check your local time. We always set notifications for everything we see, whether they're premieres or live streams, even though we have the notification bells on for every single channel. And that's in the spirit of doing as much as we possibly can for each other and making sure we catch as much content from each other as we can as well. So Butler Family Farm, thank you again for another super chat. I really do appreciate that. Absolutely unnecessary, of course, but Jerry and Susan have done that many times before, countless times actually, and they're holding our stream boss position for a while there. Drea Lachey is in the house. I've got them onto the wheel. They happen to be a member. And then Angie and Rick, Family Adventures. Good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everyone. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. So the next channel that we're going to look at is called Sharon and Jackson. This is a channel I'm still getting to know, but I'm going to have a look at their videos here. So they just got the one, and then they've got a lot of shorts videos as well. So here in the Superchat family, when we're connecting with other creators, we're looking for videos that are 3 minutes or longer. Very important that the video's at least 3 minutes. Very important that we watch from beginning to end. Very important that we leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. Give a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn the notification bell on. I recommend 3 or 4 sentences for the comment that you leave, by the way, so that it stands out and is easy to notice and find. In the case of this channel, though, they've already got 215 subscribers, which is great, but we can use this video to connect with them. what I would recommend then is just taking another couple of shorts videos and watching those. Or to be honest with you, there's really not that many here. There's 12, 16 if I'm counting right. So to let those things run wouldn't be much longer than a regular 10-minute video, probably, or less. So I would let a few of the shorts run, or several. And what that does is shows YouTube that you cared so much that you went back for seconds and even thirds in their content. So Sharon likes to make bracelets and necklaces. So Sharon and Jackson might be doing some of that together. I see a lot of fun and enthusiasm here. And then we'll see what we can expect from this channel as time goes on. And then thank you very much, Pat Master. I really appreciate you mentioning that. And I am very excited about one particular thing, and I think I'll just show you what I'm going to talk about right now. So Sharon and Jackson's video here, oh, there, I left a comment, the same one everybody recognizes when I first connect to your channel. Reddit fixed their situation now. So I'm going to show you how easy it is to share on Reddit. And this is why I do it for everybody all the time. So I'll be doing that again like I used to. It took them months to get this fixed, unfortunately, but at least it showed up a few days ago. So all I have to do is click the share button. For me, Reddit comes up right away because I use it so much. But I'm just going to click that button, and you'll see that it automatically populates. We have a subreddit called Superchat, and it'll come up in your list here once you are joined into our community. It automatically populates the title and the link, and then all I want to do is let people know whether it's a video, a live stream, a community post, or anything else. I click add, I click post, and that's it. It's ready to go, and there's our community right there where anybody can post anything that they want. And we've got, I think, I forget if it was 400 or 500 people in there, whatever it is, which is great. So what I find with Reddit is some creators can get some traffic from that, particularly gaming channels, I have heard, have had great success. But lots of creators have told me they get a tiny sliver because the way that Reddit works, it's a lot of links. There's some images and memes and things like that. But if somebody is searching for the kind of thing you're including in a video sometime around the time that you're posting it, or not too long after, if that makes sense, then they very well could come across your post and click on it because that's what they were looking for over there. So that's just an idea. And then let me spin the wheel. So happy birthday, Sharon and Jackson. And we'll get to another channel in a second here. Scratch and Pete PA is going to be up. Practice runs on live streams. That's a great question, actually. Travels and gardening with DJ. Myself personally, I keep a bit of a tight schedule. It might be really tough for me to kind of just hang out for that right now. My schedule eases up after September when the days start to get shorter. But you can use systems like Restream and StreamYard and things like that as a recording and not as a live stream if you would like to. So there's a lot of features in there. And what I mean by a recording is Streamlabs or StreamYard, will let you record anything you want, but basically like an interview if you wanted to do that, or a StreamYard panel type of idea. And then you can edit it later if you want to and post it or not post it. It's a cool way to do almost like a Zoom meeting that's private, that nobody else has access to and things like that. So you absolutely can do that, and that's a great idea. The other thing I recommend for people when it comes to the idea of practice for live streams is to hop in on some other people's live StreamYard panels so that you can get used to hanging out and talking live to the camera and keeping up with the chat. Intrepid, it's good to see you in the house. If I didn't say hello already, I know you're here a while ago. Roadhog, good to see you here, and hopefully I'm not missing anyone. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everyone. Home Bartending with John's on the wheel. Starika's on the wheel. Pat Master dropped a super chat, so I'm going to put their channel up next. We always put super chatters and membership gifters up as soon as that happens, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel in another moment. The download button is on your screen. I don't know why. So a download button for... my guess is that you shouldn't be able to download Tuber. Oh, yeah, download. So I use premium, so I don't know if that's just a premium feature, and forgive me for not remembering, because I've been subscribed to premium for as long as I can remember now. But what that means is YouTube gives you the opportunity to download some stuff. It stays within the YouTube system, and then you can go over here to a menu where it says downloads, right? I don't have any right now. I'll show you how this works. I'll just take Pete's latest video, download it. Then when I go over to that menu, that video is going to be there. There it goes, it says downloaded. So when I go to downloads, there's his video right there. What that will let me to do, allow me to do, if nothing else, is let's say your internet cuts out on you, or this could be done on a phone or a computer. You can still watch that video. So if you want to download a bunch of stuff, you can have it available. I could imagine a lot of people doing that with a bunch of music, right? So that if your internet cuts out or your phone cuts off, you still have some stuff to listen to. But that's just an idea, not saying I'm right. I haven't used that feature very often, but I think that's it. Amplify Cake No Eat Meat Day with Cherry. Good to see you in the house. That's Danforth Avenue Wellness. Lisby Journey is in the house as well. That's a longtime friend. Yes, Pinterest. Oh, MeWe, is that how we pronounce that? MeWe? I haven't really looked into that very much. I try to be on all the social networks just to see what they are, but few have done really well in the last long while. I'm going to get more familiar with one that I just heard about that's on the blockchain instead of the web. And the whole idea behind blockchain is that Google and Facebook and a couple of different companies like Microsoft and everybody else don't own it all. They can't control every single thing that we post or that we see or that we read. Where most of us, especially if you're in Canada right now, if you're using Facebook and things like that, Facebook and Twitter, they don't have news. We don't have any news of any kind from proper, like, licensed media outlets, because the Canadian government, in my opinion, went too far and said that Facebook and Twitter were going to have to start paying our news agencies for their content. So they said, okay, we just won't use it at all. And they really showed them. So it's not that I want to rant about it. I'm just telling you there's other alternatives that are going to be on the way. Whether or not they're going to work, we'll have to see. And then Conscious Business Services and Opportunities. Good to see you here. Cruz Bolero. Good to see you here as well. We're going to talk about Scratch and PPA in a second. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Style Stages and Kathy Payne, good to see you in the house. And, pardon me, let's look at Scratch and PPA's content right now. So this creator is known as a shining jewel in the Superchat family. They're always in the pole position on the Wheel of Doom there. They are a beloved and dedicated moderator and have been pretty much from the beginning of Superchat. If you can imagine, I believe they've been here 730 times. Or pardon me, I could be mistaken, but 700, somewhere around 700 times they've actually been here, and for hours at a time, if you can imagine. They care very deeply about the YouTube journey, those of us in the Tuberchat family, and those surrounding their own channel, where they present to us the Scratch Challenge series of videos. Joyful Steffies, good to see you in the house. I caught them for a live stream yesterday as well. Riverfront Baits, good to see you here. And when we look at Scratch and PPA, I mentioned the Scratch Challenge. This is a interesting twist on lottery ticket scratching, where he takes lottery scratch tickets, 2 different ones every week, and pits them against each other. We have the opportunity to vote on the content of next week's video if we follow him on Instagram, Twitter, and or Facebook, which of course I do. It sets his series apart, makes it unique and a lot of fun to be a part of. Scratch and PPA has always had presentation at the forefront of his mind. His bright, beautiful avatar is matched by the content in the thumbnails that we would expect, but he also gives us a hint about the giveaways that happen during his video series. His banner's updated every single week, if you can imagine that, and his video editing skills have been complimented ever since his very first video, getting beyond 3.5 years ago now, if that makes sense. Scratch and PPA is a fellow Canadian. He happens to be monetized. Lots of ways to support him, including super chats, super stickers, super thanks. And when we get into his premieres, we know that these run every Tuesday at 12:15 Eastern. And if you can catch us for one of his premieres, you're going to find one of the fastest rolling chats you've seen in the Superchat family. Faster than this, faster than most others. He rivals those of Hilda DC, the Stock Explorer, Garden State Gardener, and a few select others. It is very fast-paced, very high energy, a lot of fun to be a part of. He's now working on 2,200 subscribers, and this year he expanded his content on his channel by bringing us a lot of vlogging-style shorts while he took a trip to Italy and gave us a look around all the different areas he visited, as well as some Italian lottery tickets that we otherwise might not have seen. Then a live stream, his first ever. So I know a lot of people will be excited to see that Scratch and PPA has expanded the content on the channel, and we'll be looking forward to more from this incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Scratch and PPA is literally one of the most supportive creators that I've met in my YouTube journey of now 7 years and beyond. And pardon me, I wasn't supposed to spin the wheel there, but luckily the odds are in your favor there, Pat Master. They dropped a super chat, and so we're going to put their channel up on the screen right away. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuberchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Intrepids, yes. I struggle, I promise you. And you can see everything. I talk about this. It was surprising to me why I took so long to get this Saturday's upcoming episode of our interview series edited. But now that I've been trying to finish it off, I realize, everybody here knows I talk way too much. But when I was talking to Danielle and James from Unstable TV, they're longtime friends. And I've gotten to know them, well enough that we had a long beyond 2-hour conversation. And there's so much in the background that I was talking about, and social networks are a part of it. Trying to keep up with everything can be tough. What I recommend to everybody, because we all wish that we could post our videos on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Pinterest, and all the other ones. There's so many out there now. It's really difficult. And I've been in social media since I was quite young, 15, 16 years old, whenever AOL and CompuServe had started. I was there for Friendster and MySpace and all this stuff. But what was happening, I got very involved in websites and web development. And every time a new social network came out, I said, now it's more work. Because I got to update a website. I got to check my email every day. Now I got to check MySpace. Then I got to check Facebook. Eventually I got to check Instagram. And now I got to check TikTok. And then I got to check Twitter. And then I got to see if I'm going to use Snapchat, which I don't, but you could. And then I got to check Pinterest. And there was a thing called Foursquare that disappeared. But you know what I mean. And there's 1,000 more. Or more than that, let's just say. Hopefully we're not buffering. In my office, I should have industrial-grade internet, so we shouldn't ever have a problem. If the internet cuts out on us, I will try restarting one time if it's within the next hour or so. And the Stock Explorer is going to make me fall off my chair. Yes, they walked right into a convoluted story time there. And then... forgive me for everything I'm missing in the chat as well. Boy, can I talk. This is the problem. Yeah, those of you who've been with Superchat for a long time will understand exactly what I mean when I say when we do streams, and if I do one on Monday and we're back on Wednesday, it's not as bad. But if there's an extra day of things to happen and for me to think, then story time goes like off the wall. God forbid we have to wait 4 days or 5 days for a Tuber Chat stream. We'll never get through any channels. Dark Sword's been gaming. Good to see you here. Thanks for coming in. I think they're streaming every day. I caught them again today. And then, forgive me for anybody I'm missing in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everyone. So we're looking at Pat Master right now. They dropped a Super Chat, so thank you for that. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. We always put Super Chatters and membership gifters up onto the screen right away. As soon as that happens, we'll get back to spinning the wheel shortly. And after another not too long period of time, I will start adding names to the wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of the stream. So Pat Master's got something coming up right now. It looks like this is going to be a live stream. So I've got the notification on for that. We're setting notifications for everything we see, even though the notification bell is on for the channel. Now, this is a channel I'm still getting to know. We've just looked at their channel twice now, I believe. They got 214 subscribers, though, already. I've been through their first video. They've got some shorts here, and I know I mentioned it earlier, but when we're connecting with creators, we want to be connecting with videos over 3 minutes whenever possible. If you can't, my suggestion is to use the longest video you can find, and then go through at least another one or two. But this creator's also got some live streams, so we could go back to even the shortest live stream. I know it's an hour long, but even if you wanted to watch that, give your comment, let it run in the background or at the end of a playlist or something like that, that would also work. We're always thinking about how we can make sure our connections are solid for the creator we're connecting to. It's always with generosity. We're thinking about what can we do for them, knowing that they will turn around and do for us in kind, right? Yarn, again, thank you for another Super Chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support, and they've done that kind of thing many times before as well. So, again, forgive me for anything I've missed in the chat. What we're going to do right now is go on a break for 3.5 minutes. Right before we do, I'm going to play for you a clip from our video podcast interview series that I keep talking about. There are 4 episodes so far. 2 of them are already on the channel. The third one comes out on Saturday. And right now I'm going to play you a clip from a conversation that will be coming up in full 1 month from today. All of these creators are longtime friends of TuberChat, and all of them have long passed their 10,000 subscribers. So I noticed that you also mentioned subscribers for a quick second there when you're talking about especially the effects you put on the screen or the end of your video. Don't forget to subscribe, things like this. What else can you tell us, especially for anybody just starting their YouTube journey, about how to get more subscribers for their channel?
Still back to just asking. Like, you would be surprised how many people don't say subscribe to my channel.
No.
Just a simple hit that subscribe button, you know, I would appreciate it. I don't do a whole lot of promoting, but promoting your channel works very well. I think honestly, if people can feel like they have a connection to you, if you're talking, if you're giving great information, if they sort of feel that vibe, they're going to naturally be like, oh, I like this person. But sometimes people will watch and just never subscribe. And sometimes it's just because they just don't think about it. It's like, oh, I didn't even realize I wasn't subscribed to you. So that one little ask is sometimes all the people need to just, subscribe to the channel. I think also realizing that not everybody is going to subscribe. Realizing that they might watch your video, but for whatever reason, they just don't want to subscribe to it. Or they just come there for that one reason, that to see that video, and now they're going to go. I think having people promote you is a good thing. And that's also something I think should naturally happen.
Okay.
I know a lot of us, when we start out, we think we have the best ideas, the best personality, and we're going to blow up overnight. And it just doesn't happen like that in the real world. You know, it's going to take time. And you have to be okay with that. You have to be okay with, you might never hit 10,000 subscribers, and that's okay. Be there for the 400 that are coming back, you know?
Yes.
Be there for the ones that are coming back and show them that you appreciate them being there, because eventually those are the ones that will mention your name to somebody else.
Yes.
Or, you know, those, if they don't, but they're still coming back. So we have to be okay. And I think that's what a lot of new vloggers need to learn. You have to be okay that you might not blow up. You might not be as fabulous as you think you are. You know, somebody is still going to be like, no, I don't like her. And that's okay. That's okay.
All right, we're just about back. We're going to look at Yarn Again. So Pat Master and Yarn Again both dropped super chats. I noticed that Dark Swordsman Gaming did the same thing during the break. So we're going to look at their channel next. We always put channels up on the screen right away when those types of things happen. And they've all done that kind of thing many times before. So I certainly do appreciate the extra generous support, so thank you for that. And Yarn Again is got, up on the screen right now. They got a video that I haven't yet seen from almost a couple weeks ago. I'm just going to take this video, I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. It looks like it's going to be pretty entertaining. And that's a playlist I use to keep or get caught up with creators. Playlists can be a great tool for that kind of thing. They're monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there, and well over 800 subscribers. They're working on 900 now, which is great to see. So Yarn Again says they're going to do some live auctions every Monday and Wednesday. You're going to find that with Don Southern Finds, and these have a lot of notifications. They set them in advance. If you haven't seen these already, this is a really cool idea where I know a few creators that are doing this, but we've got a few here in the Tuber Chat family. But what Yarn Again is doing is an auction where they put items up on the screen while the live stream's going, and you could just bid right there and say, yeah, I want this, I want that. And it's really, really cool because they'll come up with all kinds of clever different things. They usually have StreamYard panels, so a few people are involved. I've been lucky to catch them many times. So I've got their notifications on. We're always setting notifications for everything we see, even though we've got the notification bell on for the channel. But you can see they're streaming frequently. It's already been 2 weeks since I caught them. Monetized, like I said, and they got some shorts on the channel. These bring more random ideas or in line with what we might expect from their videos. 1,300, 1,600, 2,500 views. And you can get more information about what exactly we're talking about when you get to their About section here. So hopefully everybody will connect with Yarn Again, and like I said, push them towards the 100 that we know that they are thinking about. And thank you again, Yarn Again, for another super chat. Like I said, they've done that kind of thing before. Dark Swordsman Gaming is coming up for the same reason in a second. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. So Dark Swordsman Gaming has been live streaming, and I think it's every day because I just caught them this morning again. Yeah, so they were on 10 hours ago. So it looks like, yeah, just about almost every day, every other day-ish. They're bringing a lot of video gameplay, but they're really mixing up the games, which is interesting to see as well. And I've been introduced to games because of this channel, as a matter of fact. Like I always talk about Stardew Valley when I talk about them. I think it's the most successful independent game of all time, but I could be mistaken. But either way, they're mixing up the gameplay. They got a brand new video today just from a few hours ago. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list. That's that playlist I keep talking about. Sometimes they're putting out videos more than one a day, which is great to see, on top of the live streams. Now, I see what they're doing with the frames here on their thumbnails, but when you dig through their content, you'll see they change things up as they change up the games, and there's a lot of popular titles here. And then live streams, of course. They're live, and you can see for a couple hours at a time at least. But again, mixing up lots of different popular titles like Final Fantasy, Tomb Raider, Kingdom Hearts, and things like that. So Dark Swordsman Gaming has been another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for quite some time. And thank you one more time for your super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. They've done it countless times before. They're working on 200 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. Now it's time to spin the wheel again, so we'll see who's coming up next. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. I know I used the line earlier in the stream already, but Sweet Melissa, the odds seem to ever be in your favor right now. You just came into the stream a moment ago, and already the wheel has picked you. So I've got their channel on the screen right now. They happen to be a member. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. Angela Jones Reviews, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Is it Charlene's... Bella's Whisper Farmstead is mentioning happy birthday to Charlene. Is she talking about Charlene Heal? And forgive me for not being certain because I was just in her stream and I thought it was a couple of days ago, but maybe it was yesterday. Yeah, if you guys don't mind telling me. The problem is I don't know everybody's first name on their channel, of course, or if somebody's using a name online that's not the same as their real name or something like that. And just in case there's another Charlene that happens to have a birthday, even though I'm guessing that you're talking about Conscious Business Services and Opportunities. But thank you for mentioning that too. Oh, Charlene just had a birthday. She turned 22. Okay, I'll leave it to you to clarify for me so I don't make a mistake here. So, 99 Midnight Gamer, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Sweet Melissa, Coastal Girl 707 is up on the screen right now. This is somebody who brings to us a lot of product reviews. What they mention in their About section here is they're a member of a lot of product review and testing sites or programs. So what they do is they bring those products to their YouTube channel. There are literally products of every kind here. There are household products, there are snacks, there are dog treats, as well as she's got some Happy Mail videos or prize winning from other channels or different things as well, which is really, really cool. Ipsy is very popular, of course, Glam Bag there. So Sweet Melissa's really mixing things up, but she posts frequently, at least twice a week, sometimes 3 times. And then when we look at the shorts videos, we see pure variety from this creator. So a lot of different people are doing this in the Tuber Chat family, regardless of category or niche. We've seen it a couple times already, bringing variety into the shorts videos, regardless of the long form content. But these have already started to do well. 1,200, 2,100, 7,000. Which is great to see, and then live streams as well. So she did one a week ago. I'm sorry I missed that, and then I must have replayed it there. Hopefully I'll catch Sweet Melissa for the next one. We've always got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other. And then thank you so much. Yes, Dark Swordsman Gaming, it's late for you. And then Little Lego, I do the same thing. People, people always laugh when somebody says, how old are you? Yes, I'm whatever it is and a half. Let's just say, usually a higher number than I imagine everybody thinks, but I could be wrong. Yeah, Sweet Melissa seems to have some luck. Oh, why can't I remember? I want to get into story time, and I can't remember what on earth happened the other day. So I tell people all the time that I tend to be lucky probably half the time. Most people, if you ask them, like, hey, are you a kind of lucky person? So most people would say, oh, I never have any luck. I'm probably not going to win anything. I'm probably, I never have before and this and that. And there's nothing wrong with that. It could be true. But I just decided a long time ago to decide, like, maybe I could be lucky, and it's true. So when, like, for instance, I've gotten more than my share of different types of traffic violations, let's just say driving, both in Canada and the U.S., with speeding tickets and not putting my seatbelt on and rolling through stop signs and all the horrible things that are going to change the way you think about me. But these things have happened before. And I've been let off without the charge or the ticket or whatever it's going to be half the time in both Canada and the United States. That's just one example. But sometimes I've been in different places and had a bit of luck. You go to a charity event and they got all kinds of prize tables and things like that. And I've won a couple things, which is really cool. But Sweet Melissa seems to have quite a bit of luck. And once you get to the channel, you'll see what I mean, because there's a lot of winning videos over here, or prizes if you want to call it that. So hopefully everybody will connect with Sweet Melissa, and she is working on 300 subscribers, so we'd love to push her a little bit closer towards that milestone. And then so forgive me, I'm going to ask everybody just one more time, or anybody at all. Charlene Heel had a birthday, but it wasn't today, was it? Charlene's birthday was just a couple of days ago, am I not mistaken? And let's spin the wheel. And we'll see who's coming up next. Canadian Family Life. Tiffany was first in the door today, I think, again. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. When we look at Canadian Family Life, we see Tiffany, and you're going to recognize her if you haven't already, because she is featured on dozens at least, of other channels in lots of StreamYard panels and things like that. Now we see her with her husband often. That's Chris's Creation Fun. We'll look at his channel in a quick second here. I see she's got a brand new video. This actually came up suggested for me, but I haven't seen it yet. 3 ingredients ice cream. I didn't know what that was. Peanut butter, Rice Krispie treats, and more. So she's got a couple of things happening here. I'm just going to grab the latest video. I'll put that into that playlist I keep talking about. And that is where I get to keep up or get caught up with creators. Canadian Family Life comes to us from New Brunswick, and they typically bring us homesteading style content. So there could be cooking, there could be grocery hauls, there could be container gardening, as well as Happy Meal videos, shout outs for other creators, and like I said, live streams. Now she live streams once in a while as well, and I've missed the last few. I can't believe that, but hopefully I'll catch you for the next one. She's probably due for another one. Usually it was once a month, but she might have stepped that up. So we'll keep an eye on what Tiffany's got going on. We've always got notification bells on for every single channel. And, of course, she's monetized. Lots of ways to support her, including Super Chats and memberships when we get there. It's actually one of the fastest growing channels that we've seen in the Super Chat family over the last 4 years. And then when we look at Canadian Family Life, we see that the shorts over here have done really, really well. And it's been interesting because Tiffany's been with us for over a year now. And she started this channel not much longer than a year. I think it's not even a year and a half yet. But this creator came into the Tuber Chat family, and we've been able to watch a lot of the things happen on this channel, like these shorts that have now gotten into 2,500. I remember when the first one got to 2,500 views, and now she's got 3, one at 2,800, one at 5,500, which is like almost beyond double, which is great to see. So hopefully everybody will connect with Canadian Family Life. She is literally seeming to be everywhere all the time, supporting other creators. I run into her constantly when I'm bouncing in between premieres and live streams trying to support other creators. And then when we look at her husband's channel, Chris's Creation Fun, we see that Chris is expanding the content on the channel, but they started with 3D printing, got into some do-it-yourself videos, including fixing that 3D printer, some solar equipment, some grow lights for the container garden that I go on about from their Canadian Family Life channel so often, and some shorts here, which is great to see. They're already working into one of them into hundreds of views. So hopefully everybody will connect with Chris's Creation Fun. He's got the 100 locked in with 105 subscribers. We'd love to push them towards the 200 we know they're going to be thinking about. Lewis Acre Farm Karma, good to see you here. Troy Sutton, good to have you in the house. Thank you for being here. I run into them constantly as well. Troy Sutton is somebody I've been running into like every other day for a month, if not daily. Let's spin the wheel. Let's get another channel coming up. And Marketplace Boutique, Jody's coming up. She just was doing a live stream as well. So it was Saturday. Oh, okay, many days ago. Thank you, Scratch and PPA. Yeah, for the life of me, I couldn't remember without looking. I was like, I thought I was there for that. Marketplace Boutique is Jody, and like I said, she was doing another. Was it a live stream or a premiere? My mistake in here. Yeah, it was a premiere. Yes, this here. I came in, I don't know when. I didn't realize that was an hour long. I think I was only there for the last 15 minutes of it or something like that. Marketplace Boutique typically brings different content from what we see there. This creator's been working in e-commerce since 1998, and that was after a career change. They were working in law. They wanted to spend more time at home. And they give us the ins and outs of buying and selling, whether it be offline or online, particularly on platforms like eBay, to hopefully make a profit while giving people a good deal. But one of the tricks that Jody's going to show us that she specializes in is finding collections of things that can be split up and sold separately. But she goes much farther than talking about how to get that done. She takes us shopping and shows us where she finds some of the things that she buys and then sells. So she's got some shorts on the channel, and I've mentioned this already a couple of times, but she brings pure variety into her shorts videos. But these have really done well. 11,000, 12,000, 14, and even 19,000 views, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel are frequent as well. She's doing these at least a couple of times a week, if not more often. She often collaborates with Backyard Trucker. Sometimes she's on her own. But Marketplace Boutique is over 1,200 subscribers right now. We'd love to push her towards the 1,300 she's thinking about. So style stages, it's an interesting thing with shorts. Here in Tuber Chat, I always never want to tell anybody what they should or shouldn't do with their channel, even if it sounds like that. That's not what I ever mean. I believe that any channel, or 99% of channels, can benefit by having shorts on the channel, especially when they fall in line with the long-form content on the channel. A great example is gaming channels. They seem to do really well with shorts because the people who come for the shorts. Let's just imagine somebody has a Grand Theft Auto channel. It's always amusing and entertaining when the characters get killed in that game, right? And you just respawn, you start playing again. But some of it is hilarious, right? So shorts, lots of people would see that, but then be inclined to check out your long form content because they would want to see how did these disasters come to be and things like that. Not saying I'm right, these are just ideas, but we know that gaming channels, and you'll see probably tonight if we have a couple of our gaming friends in here that have done well with shorts, some of those get into like 40,000, 50,000 and beyond. So whether or not it works, whether it has the impact that you wish, that's up to each individual creator, of course. But I believe almost anybody can benefit from shorts, especially, like I said, when it falls in line with the rest of your long-form content. Together we travel. Good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And then, yeah, a little Lego. It can be tough thinking about what to do with shorts. I haven't had, personally, any great success with that. I believe my highest one is 3,000 views or something like that. But I don't have any at 10,000 or 100,000 or a million. But lots of creators here do. In the Tuber Chat family, different people that come through at different times. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everyone. The Charles Fort Lauderdale Garden, good to see you here. And Creative Beauty Butterfly, it's good to see you as well. So Marketplace Boutique is up right now. Time to spin the wheel. We'll see who's coming up next. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. So, not that I like to dance around these subjects all the time, which I do frequently here, but style stages. So, shorts can work extremely well when they are complementary to your long form content, whether it's a clip that you take out. Some creators might make a shorts video to promote their long form content. Best idea I have right this second is, let's say for instance I did a review of this Dymo label maker. It's one of those things you put labels on all kinds of stuff, right? If I did a review of that, then I could also do a very quick cut video that says, here's a label maker, here's how we make a label, this and that. If you want to see the full video, check out, you know, my YouTube channel and subscribe and everything else. But YouTube gives us a place in our shorts videos to link to a long form video content. You can link long form video or live stream. So you can literally link to a longer piece of content. That's going to work best if it's actually, you know, related. But I've done that kind of thing before as well. And then Yeah, shorts have this magical ability to get a burst of views, and then sometimes they stop or plateau, and then they get another burst of views. And it doesn't have to be the same day. It could be within days, weeks, even months. But then they typically stop. Like, we don't often see shorts that keep rolling beyond, let's say, a month. I'm not saying it doesn't happen. We just don't see it often, right? But they have their own way of benefiting the channel. A lot of times bringing in subscribers. The only thing that we have to wonder is whether the subscribers that the shorts bring in are going to stay for the long form content. So Jevin Richardson, I don't want to self-promote, but there's a review of that on my personal channel. It just happened to be on my desk. I haven't got a label that I've made from it, and it doesn't have batteries in it right now. So it's a label maker. So you see all the letters and stuff like that, and then at the back of it there's like a ribbon. It doesn't really look useful the way I'm showing you, but it's a ribbon that you could like make a label. And then this is the case for my glasses. If I want to put a label on this that says glasses, so I don't forget what this is, then I'd be able to better remember. But that's on my personal channel. Thank you, Home Bartending with John, for that as well. And then, so it's just an idea style stages. Again, I don't want to push anybody like too far in any particular direction, although I am a fan of having of encouraging people to experiment with different ideas. We can always film and not use it. We can always upload a video and take it down after if we change our mind. And one of the things that helps with YouTube is the fact that we don't have to, but we can change our mind a million times if we want to. And Don's channel, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. And then the Stock Explorer's up on the screen. So Nora is another dear longtime friend. Every moderator on this channel is a dear friend of mine. They're all dear friends of each other. They all have different channels, and they all do different things. But one of the things they all have in common is an overwhelming sense of generosity. And for that reason, when you visit any of their channels for premieres or live streams, you'll be welcome to meet more friends and family members for your own channel, the same way we do here in Superchat. So the Stock Explorer typically brings us the stock markets and a little bit of crypto in a level-headed and down-to-earth way. They do that through video shorts and streams, and they bring us everything from beginner tutorials to advanced topics like NFTs and NFTs and options trading. So the Stock Explorer often has product in hand. They're actually, in my opinion, known for that. And I've seen them go as far as to invest in a stock, order a product from the company, and then unbox it on a live stream. As well, shorts on this channel. This is another channel that brings shorts that are pure variety, regardless of the category or niche of the channel. But Nora has done well with some of these, 2,700, 3,900, and one over 10,000 views. Now, it was interesting because this is a perfect example of a video that we watched grow for a very long time. It got to, I forget, I think 8,000 views, 9,000 views, and then trickled along until it got to 10,000. I don't know how many views it's still getting. If Nora's still here, she can let us know. But this is an example of where you see a video that like gets tons of views right away, starts to plateau, and then just doesn't really take off again. We can't figure the rhyme or reason behind some of this. If we could, we'd all be, knocking them out of the park all the time, but I'm sure you know what I mean. And then luckily we have each other to learn from and take inspiration from as well, right? When somebody does well, they can share what they think helped with that. As a matter of fact, the interview that's coming up this particular Saturday, it's going to be at 5 p.m. Eastern, by the way. I had said it might be at 3 p.m., but it'll be at 5 p.m. And the reason why is because the creators, Unstable TV, who are featured in this interview, they live now in Australia. And so their time zone is way off, but they'll be able to join us if I make it just a little bit later. So we'll do it at 5 p.m. I'll try to post it sometime tomorrow. It's almost finished, but I'm telling you, it took days to even edit that thing. And it will be well worth it. They're so excited to have done it. You can tell by the way that they talk, but they've been friends of ours a long time. Very different content from our other creators. But the biggest thing about it, because we're talking about shorts so much today, those creators, Unstable TV, took their shorts off of their channel and started just a shorts channel, and we get to talk to them not only about those shorts, but how they feel about the decision to have done that. So hopefully everybody will join us for that. And then the Stock Explorer is working on 2,200 subscribers. Of course, they're monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Live streams on the channel. Oh, they did one. Oh, I clicked the popular tab. I wondered what was going on there. Sometimes I click the popular tab for shorts, but when I looked at it, I actually joined Nora on her channel a while back for a 2-hour conversation about YouTube. You can check that out if you go to her channel. But she's live frequently. No schedule. She's on usually 3 times a week, sometimes even more often. She just did one yesterday. I missed that one. So this creator could be talking about stocks and crypto. Or they could be just having friendly conversation in StreamYard panels, or they could be doing some lottery ticket scratching battles with other channels. These are really cool because these are collaborations, and collaborating in any way is a great way to grow your channel. Now, Nora also has a second channel called Tropical Buzz, where they educate us about plant life, some of which is already there, some of which they're going to grow themselves. They happen to be in Florida. They're working on 300 subscribers over here. They've got quite a few videos for us to see and a few shorts over here, but these fall in line with their long form content. So hopefully everybody will connect with Tropical Buzz as well and support Nora on both of these channels. M&T Living It, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. Jeremy D-Day, it took me a minute to get you onto the wheel, but I've got you there now. And I know that there was another question. I'm just going to try to scroll back for a second here. I think DJ asked that. Yes. Vertical shorts. So shorts are meant to be a different thing. They're meant to be a competitor to Instagram Reels or TikTok videos, for lack of a better explanation. So it's YouTube's way of trying to either take that audience from TikTok and Instagram or keep them on YouTube instead of having people leave here to go to TikTok and Instagram. But vertical live streams now show up for people in the middle of the short. So if you're flipping through shorts, you might accidentally hit a live stream. Or if you're watching a short and you pause it, there's a button, if I'm not mistaken, if they haven't changed it, that says live. And then you can scroll through live streams like this and see who's doing lives in a vertical way. So some creators have had great success, like Corinne's Life, who started the stream today, and Backyard Trucker, who's here with us frequently, recently just had like an out of the park live stream. Right place, right time. They told me that their title might have had a lot to do with it at that time, but they literally got thousands. I think it was 19,000 views by the time they were done. They might have had 125 people in there. I didn't catch that stream. I think Scratch and PPA caught it. But we've heard these kind of success stories. Corinne's Life's done tons of it, and she's had great success. I've had a small amount on my personal channel as well, but I haven't really done a lot. Jesse Miller Unboxings and more, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. I expect to do more, but we'll see. I'm always behind in everything. And then Tropical Buzz is Nora the Stock Explorer. It's time for me to spin the wheel. We'll see who's coming up next. Ashley's in the house. Again, hopefully I haven't missed anybody. Conscious Business Services and Opportunities is Charlene Heel. We're going to look at that channel when we get back from a quick 3.5 minute break. All right, we're just about back, and I see the How To Ladies in the house. She's been a friend of ours for what I think is 4 years now. She's been with us almost from the beginning. An incredibly enthusiastic creator who is literally responsible for hundreds of thumbs up on this channel because of her energetic and friendly reminders. Conscious Business Services and Opportunities is up on the screen right now. We know and love this creator as Charlene Heal. She's been a dear friend for about the same amount of time. As a matter of fact, I think close to 4 years. Now, Conscious Business Services and Opportunities, I joined on her channel a little while ago. I can't remember if she made a thumbnail for that one or not. We were... Yes, tips for new YouTubers. I wonder if that's the one. There was a couple of instances where I joined this channel for live streams, joined this creator for live streams on 2 different channels. So this is Charlene Heal. She's monetized on both now. Wealth, spirituality, and mindset shift is what she wants to bring on this channel. Always inspiring, always motivating. Shorts on this channel have gotten into 3,000, 5,000, even halfway to 7,000 views here. And when we look at Conscious Business Services and Opportunities, we see that she's live frequently. I've got a couple of notifications on for her, and she posts videos frequently as well. And some of these are informative. Most of them are inspiring and motivating. When we look at Charlene Heal, we see her original channel brings us wellness coaching more than anything else. She's monetized here, like I said, and this creator mixes up the content here, but always motivating, always inspiring, and she could be doing almost anything. So I see she's doing a few different things with the garden here, but Charlene Heal will usually give us inspiration and motivation from herself and experiences that she goes through with some of the people she collaborates with, if that makes sense as well. She does a lot of shouting out of other channels. She's gotten into 7,000 and halfway to 8,000 views on shorts on this channel, and you see some familiar faces in the thumbnails there, and then live streams. So you see she's streaming frequently. She's got our dear friend Angel Light Over Darkness there with her. And then, yes, if we look back over a couple of these, what we did in her channel in a couple of these live streams, we're talking about tips for YouTubers, especially when it comes to mistakes that we have made. Some of us have been at this for a few years now, and we wanted to let everybody know some of the mistakes you can avoid just by hearing somebody talk about them, but as well to let people know, like, you're not alone when you're making mistakes and things like that. I promise you, the videos that I've got that have moved the farthest are full of mistakes. I made mistakes this week filming videos. Again, it really doesn't matter a lot of the time. You don't want to get hung up on that and let it stop you, but this is the kind of thing that Charlene Heal wants to instill in a lot of people as well, with a lot of motivation, inspiration, like I said. And she's working on 2,300 subscribers over on this monetized channel as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with her. I'll spin the wheel. We'll see who's coming up next. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Rushing Wind Mountain is here with us for just about every stream. Now, I know not everybody can be here, 3 times a week or 4 times a week, and certainly not for hours at a time, especially when we don't have a schedule. I do appreciate every single moment, but Rushing Wind Mountain, for as long as I can remember, has tried to be here for just about every stream. And I run into them constantly supporting other creators as well. They literally seem to be everywhere all the time. Now, this creator comes from the Pacific Northwest and brings us nature and wildlife videos of all different lengths. So they could be very short videos like this 42-second one here, or it could be something that's 2 hours long, like what we see in this one here. They do have a lot of experimenting on their channel, and I'll show you what I'm talking about, especially in the live streams, because they've been doing a few of these. They just did one a few days ago. So they've been experimenting with a lot of vertical live streams, and look at this. One of these did really well, 2,800 views, which is great. And then they've got a few others that are almost what we call in an ASMR type of format, just because it's got pleasing visuals and pleasing audio to go along with it. But if you follow this creator and go through some of the shorts videos, you're going to find some humorous moments as well, especially when it comes to the wildlife, getting into 11,000, 12,000, and now 16,000 views and beyond. So hopefully everybody will connect with Rushing Wind Mountain, and you hear us refer to this creator as Ruby in the chat, as Butler Family Farm is right now. And then, yeah, style stages. Mistakes can bring up conversation. One day I made a mistake on another channel, not my own, but one that I run. And when I say I run a channel, it means I do everything on the channel except be in the videos, let's just say. So I film, edit, do all the background stuff, the thumbnails, the algorithm, the tags, the descriptions, and all that stuff. But one of the videos that I edited, you know, I find that mistakes come from rushing, and the creator that I was making the video for and filming used a word that we probably never want on our videos. And if you can imagine, it's just like if I was starting a Tuber Chat stream and I said, welcome to Tuber Chat, whether you're working on your first 1,000, 2,000, or even 20,000. Oh, what am I talking about? I meant to say 10,000, right? So those kind of things can be used as outtakes, bloopers, and things like that. But there was one that I missed. I didn't take it out. we knew by a comment that somebody said, they just about fell off their chair laughing because they've never heard anybody use a word like that on one of the channels, or at least not us. So we cut it out very quick. Luckily, YouTube lets us cut things out of our videos afterwards if we have to. But, you know, I laugh at that kind of thing because, again, it doesn't matter. Those kind of things happen all the time. We always want to put our best foot forward. I don't recommend making mistakes. But one of the things that I can recommend for anybody, if you make videos that you're in, whether it's a product review or an outdoor review of anything, any video of any kind, a vlog especially, right, is to leave the camera running if you can the whole time. So when I do a product review, I often leave the camera and don't turn it off. The idea is that if I do get some outtakes, then I could make a blooper video later on. I always intended on doing that kind of thing and putting it out on April Fool's Day, let's just say. I haven't done that yet, but I've got more than enough bloopers and outtakes on many different channels to do a few hilarious ones. So it's an idea, but let's spin the wheel. Let's get to another channel. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. A couple of times during each live stream, I will remove a bunch of names from the wheel, just so that we can get to some more channels that are here for longer periods of time. I know not everybody can stay, especially not for hours at a time. So for any of our members right now that are watching or listening, that have not been put on the screen yet, just please be active in the chat. You can say anything at all, and I'll make sure I get you onto the wheel if I took your name off there. The Servant David Show is another longtime generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. They want to inspire us in a spiritual way, as you can imagine. I just set one of their videos out to share for tomorrow. I think it was this one here. I'll show you something for a quick second here. We'll go to the community tab. I always do my community posts in advance. I've still got more to do right now because I got one that will go out probably close to midnight. Am I not mistaken here? When we look at the scheduled ones, yes. So one is coming up from one of our members here, and I've only got member ones right now. I got to fill in the other hours here. What I do is share every 2 hours, and I mix them up between members, moderators, and super chatters and other supporters. And I keep spreadsheets and statistics for every single stream just so that I can do this kind of thing, let's just say. But you see, there's the video right there from the Servant David Show. that they've got on their front page. I haven't seen it yet, but I've got that set to share out tomorrow. They just put that up last week. So I'll put that in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to get caught up with them a little bit. When we look at shorts on this channel, more variety here, but a lot of inspiration. Getting into even 17,000 views on one of these. Bit of variety there. And then live streams as well. So they're live right this second, but they'll be live again, it looks like tomorrow. No, this is, yeah, I'm unsure. Looks like it might be a couple weeks from now. But they go live frequently. They're live, it looks like, almost every day, right? Sometimes even more than once a day. So hopefully everybody will connect with them. And like I said, they want to inspire us in a spiritual way more than anything else. Brandy's Unboxings and more. Good to see you here. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everyone. And surprising, even with my little mini story times there, we're moving a little bit faster than we usually do. And let's spin the wheel, and we'll see who's coming up right now. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. There's Backyard Trucker right there. We mentioned him earlier. Just Chasing Keto and More is up on the screen right now. I know he left, so I'll rifle through his channel very quickly. He, like myself, works outdoors, but he luckily is able to work full-time and this and that, so he's out and has early mornings, as some of us do, pardon me. And then Backyard Trucker, I've got you on the wheel. We always put our members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. And we'll spin again in another moment. King Morgan's in the house. I thought you were here earlier. Maybe you're back. Thank you for being here again. And then Just Chasing Keto and More wants to help us with healthy eating and healthy living, especially when it comes to a keto-based diet or lifestyle. And this creator has a ton of recipes on their channel. You can see they've now got over 600 videos. Some of them are live streams, some of them are shorts, but a lot of them, I would say even most, more than half, are recipes. But this creator also brings us a lot of product reviews, and the idea is to give us some insight about the ingredients that we might find in products marketed towards a keto-based diet or lifestyle, so we can make sense of those things, really understand what we're consuming. Lots of guests join Jason on his channel. There's Kendra from Consume the Goodness. He's got other influencers that join him to share their life experiences, their tips, their tricks, their trials, their tribulations, especially when it comes to a keto-based diet or lifestyle. Like I said, lots of recipes on the channel, but other informative content as well. This creator will head out to Ketopalooza and places like that to bring us informative content. He's expecting to do that again this year. Quite a few shorts on the channel now, and some of these have done well. 5,000, 6,000, 22,000. I've seen that one. And then live streams on his channel as well. So he was live just a few hours ago. He's live every Thursday. If he can't be live, he drops a premiere. And this creator will keep up with the chat, and the idea, of course, is not just to motivate and inspire when it comes to the idea of keto-based diet or lifestyle. He'll answer questions, very forthcoming about his own keto journey, let's just say. And then he's got a vibrant community of people who also want to inspire and motivate when we have questions or comments in the chat. Oh, and then thank you, Troy Sutton. Yeah, there's a lot of great examples of people here just instinctively coming out with good content and good ideas. I am very surprised. Not anymore, because it's been a long time. We've been doing this for 4 years now. But especially with the idea of some of the channels that I follow now. I can't tell you how many knitting circle kind of live streams I've hung out in, or makeup tutorials that I've watched, and lottery ticket scratching is something that I always say. I had no idea how big that was going to be on YouTube, but it is a monster genre. And then oh yeah, Backyard Trucker, it's hit and miss with those things. Like anything else, Backyard Trucker, like I said, had some luck the other day with vertical live stream. But shorts are, you know, some creators we see drop them and they get views. I'm very lucky as the host of Superchat. Lots of creators will reach out to me on Instagram or other platforms, so they'll let me know when they've got a video that's really pumping and things like that. Most of the friends that I've got now that have been with us for like 3 or 4 years don't even tell me when a video gets like 3,000 views or 5,000 views now, because they have so many, especially when it comes to shorts. That's a true story, right? But so 99 Midnight Gamer, the community tab is not meant to be used the way that I use it for Tuber Chat. I do it to share, mostly because it gets noticed. But what I can tell you is a certainty about the community tab is the posts get more engagement than we think that they do, because they're designed for somebody to click right on and go into the content. They're not meant for people to stop and view and like and comment on, even though you can. But you see what I mean? So if Jeremy D-Day just shared something for our friend Metrosonic here, who's actually been on YouTube for, I believe, 17 years as of this August. But if I see this community post come up, or a better idea might be if I just look at my homepage on YouTube, and we'll come back to Jeremy D-Day in a second, there should be some community posts somewhere. Or do I have to go into my subscriptions for that? This is how I figure out who's live and everything else. Oh, why don't I see community posts now that I want to see them? We'll try again here. I feel like I always see community posts on the front page. But I guess not. Okay, so forgive me for that. Anyway, we'll go to Jeremy D-Day's channel. When we look at... Oh, here's a couple right there. So here's a couple of community posts right here. So if we look at a few of these, it's just going to go to his community tab. But these are meant to click right into the content. So now we're on Metrosonic's channel. You see what I mean? So it's not like you click on the post and stop on the post. But you can like it, you can comment it. But it only looks like, oh wow, 1 like here and no likes there. I'll like a few of these for him. But these get a lot more engagement than we think that they do. So there's other things you could do as well. You could do a video, or pardon me, you could do an image, or you could do polls on your community tab and things like that. And it's a great way for you to be able to interact with your YouTube audience in ways that are not just videos, right? So you can give channel updates. Pardon me, let me see if I can show you one. This is a monster channel. Oh, I'm thinking of the wrong one here. Let's see what Altcoin Daily is doing. I'm following a lot of crypto these days. I follow this with my personal channel. See how they got an image here? Because they're talking about special things, right? Then they've got a poll right here. And then you can interact with this, right? So there's other things you can do. Here's an image poll, I believe that is as well. And there's lots that can be done with the community tab. I just hammer out shares because the Tuber Chat audience is large enough now. We're approaching 5,500 subscribers, right? And that's only people who've subscribed. That doesn't include all the people who never subscribed but have been through, right? And that's a lot of people to be able to see community posts, but they get noticed, especially when you mention another creator, pardon me, like what Jeremy D-Day is doing here. He shared Sam's Vlogs Trains and Moors video a couple days ago. He shared Scratch and Pete PA the other day. John H. Shelton is another friend. But now those creators can go into their mentions where the comments are in your YouTube studio, and they'll see that. So the notifications for those are fantastic, right? It's the number one thing that I'm thanked for on YouTube, more than any other thing, is sharing on that community tab. So just to give you an idea that they're, I know I say the same things over and over, but they're more effective than we might think that they are. And Ashley, yeah, if you just have a look at other people's community tabs, you'll get an idea of some of what's possible. I should probably even be doing more on the community tab. And then, yes, hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat or anything anybody meant for me to see. So Jeremy D-Day is a longtime friend. He's actually been with me probably 5 years now, since before TuberChat was even a thought. And this creator, it's interesting to see after 700 episodes of TuberChat, is still coming around to support other creators. And when we look at Jeremy D-Day, we see over 1,000 subscribers on this second channel that he's got now, where he does reviews, shorts, vlogs, and a little bit more. He's got a premiere coming up, and that is for a couple of days from now. Shorts on this channel have gotten into 27,000, 68,000. Which is great to see. Live streams on the channel are just an experiment, but he's done a couple of these. And then when I look at his original channel, JD Knight 7, we're going to see the channel where I met this creator 5 years ago. And obviously he's doing extremely well here. He has, he's posting frequently. My dear goodness, I'm behind. I'm just going to grab one of the latest videos, put that in my catch-up list. Here he's talking more music than anything else lately, album reviews, rankings, and things like that. But JD Knight 7 has experimented with a couple of live streams and done really well with shorts over here. Now, these have gotten into hundreds of thousands of views. One of them at 350, one of them at 550. You can see why when they're using like very popular artists and things like that, but it's great to see that those numbers have come through for Jeremy D-Day. Like I said, he's been at this a long time. And then, let's spin the wheel. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention TuberChat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. So before we look at the next channel, after Backyard Trucker, we're going to go on a break for 3 minutes again. I'm going to play for you another clip from our interview series. So that will give us a few minutes of time. If any of our members are watching or listening that have not been on the screen, just please be active in the chat and I'll get you on there right now. It's time for me to start adding names to our wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of the stream. So I'll do that shortly. Bone Tired Travelers, good to see you in the house. That's a really cool emoji set that you've got there to reiterate the name. And then Backyard Trucker's up on the screen right now. 752 subscribers. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards the 800 we know they're thinking about. This creator's let us know from the beginning. They're just a simple guy putting anything and everything online for us to see. So they could be outdoors. They could be indoors. They could be doing a do-it-yourself video, fixing their truck, for instance. They got some shorts that they've done really well with, and these are dash cam footage, right? These have gotten into 12,000. One of them over 13,000. Most of them are dash cam footage, the ones that have gotten into thousands of views, but that's just a hint. And then Backyard Trucker here does a lot of live streaming. So they were just on today, a couple days ago. They're on frequently. Now, if I dig through some of their live streams, let me see if I can catch the ones that had those monster views. So here they are. One of them, 19,000 views. You see this. The one the day before had 900 views, which is already good. The next one had 19,000 views. So look at how this grew. This creator is on frequently, right? So look at some of the numbers on these. 300, 900. You know, that's like triple what they had in a stream that was only half an hour longer, let's just say. So I think that the activity that this creator is doing on YouTube, and what I mean is the frequency of their posting, like they're hitting it hard. So it's no surprise that the algorithm's picking up on that. Now, we couldn't have expected it for sure, And it's easy for me to look back and say that that's probably the reason now. We never know if I'm going to be right about that or not. It really doesn't matter. But the fact is, this creator's punching out content, and they've had a little bit of what I would like to say is luck. They let me know when I asked them about this that the title probably had to do with it. What I'm thinking is right place, right time, right title, because Backyard Trucker, so I don't know a lot about truck driving, but I have had many friends that have done it. I've met many truckers, let's just say. But they got to go when they got to go, right? They don't always have a schedule. Like the YouTube audience is on at 2 in the afternoon and they happen to start their stream at 2 in the afternoon. It's rarely going to work out that way. But it might have that day, I'm not sure. But either way, you see that Backyard Trucker had a ton of people in there. Like I said, Scratch and PPA might have caught it. I'm unsure. I wasn't in that one. But 19,000 views by the time it was done, only twice as long as the stream before it, and it's vertical. That's the big thing here, is noticing that that's a vertical stream. You'll notice that it bled over into the next day, where they streamed again and got another 6,000 views. So still a third of what they got the day before, and then the next day they're back to typical numbers for them, which is still great considering what they had been doing, right? So unpredictable here, but a little bit of, I say luck, but that's luck on top of the fact that they're so active on the channel. Not to mention, Backyard Trucker is out there supporting other creators. He is literally everywhere all the time, here in Tuber Chat as often as he can be, collaborating, like I said, with Marketplace Boutique regularly. So there's a lot going on. This YouTuber, this creator is really hitting it hard, like I said. So I'm happy for everybody to be able to keep an eye on the channel and see what else comes for them. So Backyard Trucker as well will be looking forward to more videos. They're obviously very busy and working on 800 subscribers. So thank you, everybody. I know we're doing a late stream today. They always come up as pop-ups as well, so it's tough to plan for that. What I'm going to do right now, though, is I'm going to play a clip from our interview podcast series. I'll give you one from the very first episode. The full episode's up. All of these conversations that I have with these other creators are interview style in StreamYard panel, and these creators have all spoken with me for anywhere from an hour to almost 2 hours on a couple of these conversations. So there's tons of content there, and I promise you it's all gold. And they've all long time been friends of Tuber Chat. They've all been with us for several years, and they've all long passed their 10,000 subscribers. One of the things that comes along with monetization on YouTube that used to require 30,000 subscribers is memberships, and that's open to everybody that gets monetized after 500 subscribers now, or just about everybody. So one of the things that creators will ask is how can they increase the number of memberships over time on their channel? What advice would you give to somebody to increase the number of members and watch that grow if that's something that's on their mind?
Yo, you better get your pencil out for this one. I take this part very seriously in my membership. Our membership is $1.99. It's low. Okay. And I did that intentionally. I don't have any other tiers. I have one tier. It's $1.99. It's the fun zone, basically. We have, I don't know, 24 emojis available, and everybody gets a new banner or a new badge. And it's creative and it's evolving all the time. I change those out consistently. Sometimes during the holidays is a good example. I changed out almost every single one of those emojis for members. I must have picked up, and I think we're right around 600 members. I think we probably picked up an extra 100 because once Halloween came, everything changed throughout the entire holiday season. We're about to hit Easter, and I'm doing it again. So showing your members that you're changing, people love new things. They love it when it's new. And that's a simple thing that you can do. It's all free, whether you use Pexels or you use an AI generator, Mid-Journey. You can create all that so fast and so easy. It probably takes me to do, I see 24 up there. So I think it takes me maybe 2 hours to do every single one of those.
Right. Yeah.
And now you have a fresh palette all the way around.
That's a wonderful idea. So much so I'm holding myself back from laughing because I expect to take a page out of your book and probably do that on at least the Superchat channel. So thank you for that.
In encouraging everybody to join your membership program, or not so much encouraging, reminding them that you have a membership program. And as soon as you do that, everybody in your channel that's a member will start dropping those special emojis. Now, I tweak it a little bit too because I have the floating emotes. When we are in a non-emergency or eruptive time where we can take a breath and it's a little bit more relaxed, I have some pages, my live streams. When you do the emojis, they float all over the screen for fun. And then you see at a large customized emoji that you can only get by being a member, $1.99 is not too far off. People love it.
Wow. All right, we're just about back, and we're going to look at home bartending with John. I also see Sweet Acres Koi Farm is in the house. Thank you for coming in. I'm going to get you onto the wheel right away. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. So I added quite a few names onto the wheel. Jevin Richardson, Bella's Whisper Farmstead, Joyful Steffi's, Kathy Paina, and Travels and Gardening with DJ have all been added to the wheel as well. The key to getting your name onto the wheel the fastest is to be active in the chat. So thank you, everybody, because I know today there's been a lot of vibrant conversation in the chat, and that really helps. And you can tell because the names that I read out there are very active in conversation. Pardon me. So what we're going to do right now is I'm going to move a little bit faster through channels. And Home Bartending with John is a longtime friend and over-the-top generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter with 2 one-of-a-kind channels in the Superchat family, and I'll show you both of them. Home Bartending with John is where he brings us recipes for the world's most popular cocktails that we can make from the comfort of our own home, and he teaches us how. We don't have to have a home bar set up quite as elaborate as what John's got here, but he does show us what it takes to keep a bar like that replenished, along with some of the tools we're going to need behind the bar to make some of our favorite cocktails. He does a lot of product reviews on the channel as well, and collections. So he might do comparisons of beers or liquors or liqueurs. He might do collections of cocktails like low-calorie cocktails or non-alcoholic mocktails. He often gives us variations in recipes, so 2 or 3 different ways to make our favorite drink. And then as well, Home Bartending with John will take requests on his channel. He's already done a couple for me, for which I'm grateful. When we look at shorts on this channel, we see that he has done really well, getting into 1,600, 2,400, and 8,200 views. I think this shorts video does still trickle in a few more views here and there. He's experimented with live streams, and we'll keep an eye on the channel to see if he's going to bring those back. We've got notification bells on for every channel, of course. When we look at The Pipe Guy, we see another channel from the same creator behind Home Bartending with John, and this is another one-of-a-kind channel because he's bringing us industrial pipe lamps and industrial pipe art, which is the first time I've ever seen anything like that. So he's got a couple of shorts here. He's got a video. One of the shorts is sitting there at almost 100 views. Hopefully we'll get that 100th view there. 46 subscribers right now, so we'd love to get him a little bit closer on the road to the first 100. And then I see Aaron at Lawson in the house. Good to see you here. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. I'm going to spin the wheel. Now, Home Bartending with John that we just saw is a silver member here. So we see their channel every single day in the slides that run at the beginning, middle, and end of every live stream, whether or not they are here, but they're here for just about every stream. And they're actually one of our longest standing members in general. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. So we're looking at Bella's Whisper Farmstead here. This is Kristen and Mike together. They give you a bit of information about their homesteading journey in northern Georgia, I believe they said. Oh, north central Georgia, yes. When we look at their channel, we see they got a premiere coming up for tomorrow, so I've got a notification on for that. Hopefully I'll catch that one. And then they just put out a new video as well last week. I'm just going to put that into my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to get or keep caught up with them. The latest video that I watched them out of order, but I watched this video. It was funny because I put this in my catch-up list and then I didn't watch it, and then I put it in the catch-up list again and then I didn't watch it, because sometimes I run that playlist as opposed to being able to watch it. But I finally sat and watched this video, and Mike did this one, but they did a really good job. And it really turned out fantastic. So I'm looking forward to more of this to see what they do when they finish off. The tiny home is almost done. And then they give us a great tour and all the different technical aspects of building that. But Bella's Whisper Farmstead posts frequently. They're usually outdoors. They've joined the Garden Tour Club here as well, as we can see. Pardon me, that's a collaboration that I talked about from Gale's Southern Living. We've seen a couple creators with that already. Today, shorts on their channel have gotten into 2,600, 3,200 views and beyond, always in line with their long-form content, and then live streams on the channel as well. So hopefully I'll catch you for one of these. Yeah, it's been a couple months since I caught them actually live, but they just did one a few days ago, so we'll see if they're going to do one again. I'm guessing that means you'll be doing one on Saturday. Are you doing them every week on schedule? And maybe you told me that recently, and forgive me if I've forgotten. But we've always got notification bells on for every single channel. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Pardon me, my voice is starting to give me trouble. Pardon me for one more second. Pardon me for that.
Swap
brand new
with
to
anybody
me. Haven't done that in a while. Joyful Stephs is still in the house. Joyful Steffies. Janine's World came in, so thank you for being here. I feel like I missed another channel coming in. There's the pipe guy right there. That was that second channel from Home Bartending with John. Yeah, after a year, I'm finally starting to remember to put the second channel up. But we're looking forward to more art from him as well, so hopefully you'll get a chance for that. So Bella's Whisper Farmstead is another creator, or a couple of creators. I say it's Kristen and Mike, as they let us know on their About page, but they literally seem to be everywhere all the time as well, supporting other creators in here in Tuber Chat frequently. So let's spin the wheel, and we'll get another channel ready to go. We'll see what is happening with Joyful Steffies. This is a channel I'm still getting to know, because I think we just looked at it once so far, but I caught them for a live stream. I can't remember if it was today or yesterday. And today I had a short work day, that's why. I don't know if you can see my sunburn, but boy is it something else today. Joyful Steffies, 866 subscribers. I've been whining about the summer all year. This summer, the sun just seems to be brutal. And every day that I'm out working, it is just like there's no relief. It's not as bad as it was a couple years ago, so I try to remember that. But you only have to be out for a couple of hours if you have skin that's fair like mine, and I burn all the time. I have to be careful. Joyful Steffies, pardon me, is working on 900 subscribers. So they let us know fashion, jewelry, shoe hauls, Christian devotions, arts and crafts. And I see that they've already put up another couple of videos in the last few days. So I'm going to take the latest one. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. That's that playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. Playlist can be a great tool for that. I'll be looking forward to getting to know the channel more. One of the things I like about putting channels on the screen here in Tuber Chat is that over time I get to know the channels, and by watching videos, hanging out in premieres and live streams over weeks and months, I get to know the content. And if you want to connect on the outside social networks, I'm always happy to get to know creators in that way as well. I am on Instagram all the time, Facebook most of the time, Twitter some of the time as well. And then shorts for Joyful Steffies has gotten into 1,000 already, which is great to see. It looks like a bit of variety here, but might be in line with their long form content. Like I said, I gotta get to know the channel better. There's the live stream from yesterday, and hopefully I'll catch you for another one. But like I keep saying, we got notification bells on for every single channel. We'll see who's coming up next right now while I spin the wheel. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. So Jevin Richardson brings us plane spotting, and this creator's with us just about every day as well. They've been punching out videos over the last couple weeks. I'm going to take the latest one, or one of the latest ones. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That's that playlist I keep talking about. And playlists can be a great tool for keeping up or getting caught up with creators. When we look at Jevin Richardson, we see over 1,100 subscribers now, which is great. And like I said, they're posting every few days. Lots of plane spotting here. And they intend to bring us more. They mentioned a little bit about what they're doing in the chat today. Shorts as well have gotten into 9,000, 17,000, and 42,000 on a couple of these gaming shorts, which is interesting to see, featuring some PlayStation controllers there. And like I said, Jevin Richardson is here with us frequently, almost every day, actually, every time we stream. I also see Wheats Art coming in there with us every day as well. I will look at their channels soon enough because I've got them on the wheel. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. And then Travels and Gardening with DJ is coming up right now. We'll see what they've got going on one of their two channels. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. And Cabrar Gaming is in the house. Thanks for being here. That's a longtime friend. He's been with us for about 4 years as well. Travels and Gardening with DJ is also over 1,100 subscribers, which is great to see. And this brings a little more variety. They've changed up their content a couple of times, but a lot of outdoor content is what we expect here. I'm just going to grab the latest video, one of the latest videos. I'll put that into my catch-up list. They put that up today. And then you get an idea of the different things that they're doing here when we dig through their thumbnails. Also bringing us indoors occasionally. Or taking us shopping. Yes, Dollar Tree. I enjoy dollar stores as much as anybody does. I am kind of amazed at some of the things we find in these dollar stores lately. Like, I go there when it comes time for like extension cords or duct tape or the plugs, like this thing here. This one I got on Amazon, so forgive me, but this is, you know, when you're looking for a plug. Or actually, here's an extension cord right here from the dollar store. You see the little dollar thing on there. Although our dollar store in Canada goes up to $5 now. I haven't seen anything over $5, but I did see my first $5 price sticker. If you look at that one, I'm in Canada, right? So it says $4.75. And, but I am amazed at some of the things we can find there. Travels and Gardening with DJ is going to bring us more variety in their shorts, getting into 1,600, 1,800 views. Live streams on their channel are an experiment, so they did one of these a few days ago. And then let me see if I can find their other channel. Entertainment and More by DJ, maybe. Or maybe not. I thought I had it in the chat. I'll just take 1 second to look for it. Here it is. And then I'll give everybody the handle here. They've changed the names of their channels a couple times as well. And thank you, Scratch and PPA, for continuing to promote, by the way, the upcoming interview. It'll be up on Saturday. I meant to have it up like weeks ago, so it would be sitting there as a premiere. But I've not had an opportunity to edit it, and it's literally going to take like until tomorrow. I'll be working on it like right to the end of the day, I'm sure. But it'll be up for Saturday at 5 p.m. Eastern. And then Entertainment and More by DJ, 67 subscribers over here. More variety. They let us know what to expect on their About page, but they changed things up. I'm just going to grab one of the latest rainstorm videos here, put it in my catch-up list. They got shorts over here as well into hundreds of views, which is great to see. And then hopefully everybody will connect to this creator. They're obviously a loyal and dedicated supporter. Let's spin the wheel, and we'll see who's coming up next. Trish the Natural will be up on the screen. Drunken Chef Barbecue is here. Good to see you in the house. And yeah, they're a longtime friend as well. So Trish the Natural is coming up. What we'll do is we'll go on a break for 3.5 minutes. Right before we do that, I'm going to play you one more clip from our interview series. And this one here is from the latest episode that's already published. So keep in mind, when I keep playing these clips, I keep playing ones that are 3 minutes long, right? But the conversations actually went from an hour to 2 hours long with each creator or a couple of creators. And somebody might wonder, like, so I've got 8 different clips that I've been playing, right? 2 from each of the 4 creators that I've recorded so far. You might wonder to yourself, why does he keep playing the same thing over and over and over again? And I'll tell you the reason why. When you look at your channel and your analytics, you're probably going to find that no matter how long your live streams are, you're going to have a retention of about 12 minutes, anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes. It will be the average. Of course, you've got friends that stay the whole time. And you got a couple people who come in because they can't be there. They just wanted to say hello, give you the thumbs up, right? But I came from radio. So I used to work in radio stations in Toronto for like 25 years. And what they taught us while we were there, for anybody that's listened to the radio ever, then you know that the announcers come on to talk about whatever they're going to talk about every few songs. The idea is that you know that people are not listening for 2 hours or 3 hours or 8 hours. Sure, some places are. Grocery stores have the radio on, offices have the radio on, and this and that. But chances are, here in the Tuber Chat streams, 90% of the people who come through do not see the same clip over and over and over again. So our friends who are here most often, who can be, which I'm grateful for, see the same things over and over, but I'm just assuming that it doesn't bother anybody. I'm going to try, my schedule should be easing up a tiny bit right now, and then it gets better in September. But I'm going to try to get the next 2 episodes recorded. I've got a couple of creators lined up for that. And when that gets done, then I'll have more clips to kind of shuffle around. So I won't have to play the same ones quite as often. It'll be more of a mix. And as I record more episodes, it'll be more, few and far between, if we want to put it that way. So let's go for 3.5 minutes after we see the next clip, and then we'll come back with Trish the Natural. Well, thank you for that. So it's interesting that we're talking about shorts already. We've got a lot to go over today. But since you've mentioned it, that's one thing that I was planning to ask, is the idea that you can give us, regardless of, a lot of people are going to have different opinions about whether shorts are helpful. Some creators have broken off into separate shorts channels and things like this. But in your experience, now going through what you have with shorts, what advice can you give to somebody just in the beginnings of their YouTube journey before their 10,000 subscribers, so that they can have the best chance of making shorts work for them as opposed to against them?
So ultimately, you've got to have a passion in what you're doing. There's no point in, say, I'm going to do videos on fixing cars when you have no idea on how to fix cars.
Yes.
Okay. I am more shocked at what people are willing to sit there and watch than actually do it. I did over the Christmas period, I was given a huge model to build, and I live streamed it. It's not quite finished yet. I've still got another day on it, so it'll be another 8 years. So I was basically doing 4 to 6 hour live streams of building this kit, and people were turning up every day, having me in their background or in the background, watching me and listening to me while I was effing and jeffing at this kit. You know what I mean? And if they've got a passion for what you're doing, they're more likely going to watch that passion from you and push. So if you are going to set up a YouTube channel today, if your passion is walking, record it.
Yes.
But make sure that you envelop and make sure that what you're saying and what you put in the video is aimed at the audience. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. When I do a YouTube video, I don't think I'm talking to 50,000 viewers.
Yes.
I'm talking to one person.
Right.
So if you create a video of your passion, make it personal that you're talking to that one person that's watching you. If you see what I mean, you are just talking to one person. So create the video for your best friend. So he's going to say, and people will become endowed by that. They'll listen to that because you'll be like their friend as well. So that's my one tip, I think, is to make sure that you make the videos not personal in your life, personal about what's on the footage, and that you're making that video for your best friend.
Right. That's great advice too.
Yeah.
Each person, is looking through their own set of eyes, regardless of who they're with.
Yeah.
All right, we're just about back, and we are looking at Trish the Natural. So this is another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter who's one of our longest-standing members, somebody who's here with us regularly, and actually collaborates with I Am Betty J Gathers from time to time, who's now in the chat. I always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat, and moderators along with that. So Michael's Adventures has been added as well. And then, yeah, Lewis Acre Farm Karma, first of all, about the interview, I'll be happy to talk to you about doing that. I've been a guest on many different channels. I'm always happy to do those kind of things, and I certainly appreciate you asking. My schedule clears up, not clears up, but settles down a little bit after Labor Day weekend. But I keep a pretty full plate and haven't done much of anything for a while now. I'm always behind. But we can talk about that idea. And yeah, Lewis Acre Farm Karma does the Meet Me Monday series. And you'll get to meet a lot of different creators over there. And then as well, when they talk about the idea, yeah, a couple of our friends like Matthew's Bushcraft, I believe that creator is younger and might have a lot of activities in the summer, but that's just my imagination saying that. I'm unsure. Broken Hearts Ministry, Gail is Gail's Southern Living. We've talked about her a couple times today because she's got that garden tour club collaboration going on. We see that on lots of different channels. And then when we think about the idea, I saw Big Family Expedition today. I can't remember if it was in Just Jason Keto and Moores or somebody else earlier today, and you have to forgive me. I was on, I don't know, 3 different times today, but only for like an hour or half an hour at a time. Mark the Shark, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. He's a long time, over-the-top, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Oh, Style Stages is still in the house. Good to see you here. And then I'm going to start moving a little bit quicker through channels. So Trish the Natural, who's up on the screen right now, talks about natural hair care along with other health, beauty, and lifestyle on her channel. I've got her latest video in that catch-up playlist I keep talking about so I can get caught up with her. You can see that this creator's always had presentation at the forefront of her mind. She has got a professional look to all of her thumbnails. Even though every video gets a different thumbnail, those bright, bold headshots will make her recognizable. One of the most compelling things here is that when you roll over the videos, the thumbnail gives you an exact idea of what to expect when you get in there, and I think that's going to pay off well also. Now, Trish the Natural is an incredibly dynamic creator. You can see that as soon as you get into the rollovers there, and she does a lot of shout outs. Actually, that was something I keep forgetting to mention it, but it was something I found by surprise by going through her content. Shorts on her channel have gotten into 2,100, 2,200 views, and then when we get into live streams, well, there's Betty. I am Betty J. Gathers right there with her, and they've done this many times before. So it's been a little while on this channel, but hopefully we'll see some more live streams from Trish the Natural. We've got notification bells on for every single channel. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. Michael's Adventures is one of the most supportive creators that I've met in my 7 years on YouTube. Superchat, of course, as a channel, has been here for 4 of those years. I'm going to give you his link right now because there's quite a few Michael's Adventures. Hopefully that link works. There it is. Michael's Adventures has got just an unreasonable number of videos on his channel. 3,600 videos in total. And lately, these are averaging over a half an hour. This creator sometimes brings us videos as long as an hour and a half. Look at this, a 2-hour one here on the front page. Now, he brings a lot of wildlife and nature, mostly wildlife on the channel. He's got foxes, deer, raccoons, and a lot of bird watching on the channel. Once in a while, he'll take us out for a drive along live stream, or I say live stream, but I mean video, or a walk around his area and a story to be told. I can't believe how many red lines I've got here that aren't going all the way across. I don't know what's up with that now. So here's an example. He posts every single day at 9 a.m. Eastern, and then whenever he does not work for a day, whether it's on the weekend or a holiday or an extra day, he'll give us 2 premieres, sometimes even 3. This creator's gotten into some shorts that bring more variety, and these bring a lot of lottery ticket scratching. We've talked about that today, and then this slot game that's on a tablet as well. Pardon me. So Michael's Adventures is now over 1,300 subscribers, but halfway to 1,400 actually. And a lot of what he does goes for other creators goes unseen. He does a lot behind the scenes. Michael's Adventures is the kind of creator who, over all of this time, I've been friends with him for 4 years now. We all have been, those of us who've been with Superchat from the beginning. But Michael's Adventures is somebody who will reach out and say, hey, who do you know of that needs watch hours? Who can I help? Who can I do more for? And not really caring about whether it comes back or not. And this is what I mean about over-the-top generosity. So I hope everybody will connect with him. And when we look at Michael's Adventures, we know, like I said, he posts every single day. So he's got a ton of premieres ready to go. I got to set notifications for a few more of these. I missed a few of these past few mornings, but hopefully I'll catch you maybe even tomorrow. And like I said, sometimes he takes us out for a different kind of video, like a walk around and a story to be told and things like that. So hopefully everybody will connect with Michael's Adventures and push him towards that 1,400 that he's thinking about. I Am Betty J Gathers dropped a super chat right now for style stages, and we always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen right away as soon as that happens. We'll get back to spinning the wheel in another moment here. We'll look at I Am Betty J Gathers in a second as well. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. So, Style Stages is up on the screen. Now, this is a channel I'm still getting to know. They say style at every stage. Now, they've got quite a few videos here. They've been posted frequently. I'm just going to grab the latest one. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to get another piece of content watched. And one of the things I like about putting channels on the screen here in Superchat is that over time I get to know the channels over weeks and months by watching videos. I get to know the content, and then if you want to connect on the outside social networks, I'm always happy to get to know creators in that way as well. I'm on Instagram all the time, Facebook most of the time, Twitter some of the time. So hopefully everybody will connect with Style Stages. And thank you again, I Am Betty J Gathers, for that super chat. We've seen a lot of creators do that kind of thing before. It's a very generous thing to have done, but we absolutely honor those. They got quite a few shorts here already, so hopefully these will start to move. I'm sure they will as they post more and more. And then Style Stages is literally sitting at 99 subscribers right now. So as soon as somebody connects with them here, they'll hit their 100. It's easier said than done, but I always recommend that if you can, you keep working at it until you get to that 105, 110, just to get it locked in. Because YouTube likes to play games with all of our numbers, including our subscribers, and you know, it's never a good feeling to hit a milestone and then get dragged back below it. Pardon me. Ugo Chilacha, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I know I asked you before, and for whatever reason, it's escaping me exactly what you said, but it's good to have you here. So thank you for coming back in. We've seen them at least once before, maybe twice. And I Am Betty J Gathers is up right now. They dropped that super chat for Style Stages a moment ago. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Outdoors with Den, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. I wonder if I forgot something today. Pardon me while I look in the background here. I Am Betty J Gathers. We're going to talk about her content in a quick second. She is an incredibly dynamic creator, as you can see just from the thumbnails alone here. And what we look at what she's doing a lot of vlogs lately. I'm just going to show you something as well. Not that it really matters. It's just interesting to me what she's done with her thumbnail here. I just want to show you something for a quick second. So this is another channel that I run, and this is called Travel Fun 69. Again, this is not my channel, it's just one that I run. But you see what I did with that thumbnail there with 4 different pictures and a logo in the middle? That was inspired by an idea that Corinne's Life, the first channel we looked at today, gave me. But it's interesting to see a few creators doing thumbnails in a similar style, because that takes quite a bit of work. So I Am Betty J Gathers has done this a few times. You can see lots of different thumbnails with lots of different images. So I'm curious to see how that's going to do. I've done it a couple times now. I Am Betty J Gathers does a lot of vlogs lately, and typically what she wants to focus on her channel is living a best life over 60. But what I find in her content is that it can be relatable to anybody. She does a lot of talking about healthy eating, healthy living, intermittent fasting, which I'm trying to get my head into actually doing, but we'll see. So I Am Betty J Gathers is working on 2,300 subscribers as well, and she posts frequently, so at least once a week she brings these vlogs. She has always got fresh flowers in the house. That's one thing I've noticed about her videos. She could be cleaning, she could be taking us outdoors, she could be bringing us around her house. She's got monetization, so lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get to her channel. Shorts over here have gotten into 10,000 views and beyond on many of them. This is where we really get to see that this is a dynamic creator. And live streams on the channel as well. So she's got one coming up a week from now. We'll see if she's going to do one before that. But she does a lot of streams frequently. She's collaborated. We saw Trish the Natural with her. We saw that channel a few minutes ago here. But so she'll do StreamYard panels. But she does a great job of keeping up with the chat as well, and she's got a pretty vibrant chat that goes on, pretty fast-paced when you get over there as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with I Am Betty J Gathers. She's been a dear friend of ours for I don't know if it's 4 years yet. It might be. It's pretty close to it. 3 for sure, but I think it's closer to 4 as a matter of fact. And then we're going to look at Kathy Payne in a second. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. And then Jesse Miller Unboxings and More. I hope I said hello. I thought I waved to you in the chat, but I might be mistaken. I don't mean to miss anybody in the chat, of course. Jesse Miller Unboxings and More is a dear friend. She popped in on Jason's earlier, I think, as well. Pete's always there. And it's nice to see creators supporting each other in that way. So Kathy Payne is up on the screen right now. There's another creator who's been with us many times before, frequently as a matter of fact. I see they got quite a few videos. I'm way behind here. I'm just going to grab one of the latest ones. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That's that playlist I keep talking about that helps me get caught up or keep caught up with creators. And then Kathy Payne is going to give us a lot of information on the About section here, but talking about Aloha Freedom Tours Hawaii, where they're going to be outdoors more than anything else. They're going to inspire us in a spiritual way. They've got shorts here, one of them over 1,000 views already, which is great to see. And live streams may have been an experiment in the past. We'll keep our eyes open and see if they are going to bring us more of those. So hopefully everybody will connect with Kathy Payne, and we'd love to push this creator towards the 600 subscribers we know that they're thinking about. And I Am Betty J Gathers, thank you for another super chat. Absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated. She's done that kind of thing countless times before. And she is always uplifting and always enthusiastic here in the Tuber Chat family. And like I said, one of our longest standing members. You can tell by those pink badges that a few creators have got now. So let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go. And my voice is kind of starting to get a little bit scratchy over here. So we're still going to go through a few more channels. We'll go for 3.5 minutes. Right before we do that, I'm going to play you one more clip from our interview series. The third episode is coming up on Saturday, 5 p.m. Eastern. It features Unstable TV, who I'm going to play for you right now, a 3-minute clip out of their hour-and-a-half conversation, which I've edited it down to. And all of the creators that are featured have been longtime friends of Superchat. And it's funny because when I did the interview with Unstable TV, I actually recorded it probably 2 months ago, maybe a little bit longer, because we're really dragging these out, right? I'm just dropping one of these episodes every month. But I believe that I think in the interview I mentioned that they have like 22,000 subscribers or something like that. And I just looked yesterday and I think it was 28,000. But the point of the series is to talk to us about how we can get the kind of success that these creators have found. And they've all long passed their 10,000 subscribers. So one of the questions that's going to come up, especially when we've got a channel that's just grown, I mean, you guys have content getting into like well over 200,000 views. And people are always going to want to know how they can get more views on their video shorts and streams. So what can you tell us in your experience that you would give somebody as advice now?
I'm going to go first.
Yeah, you want to master at this one?
Don't be afraid to go back and change the thumbnails and the tags and the titles and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be afraid to do that. It doesn't have to be the exact same as it was when you posted it. If you have a better idea for a title or a thumbnail or a description or anything like that, go ahead and try it. Because no matter how many times you change it, YouTube is going to pick something.
Yeah.
And it might push it out more. More people might like maybe the colour scheme on it or the wording on it or something like that. And that'll help bring more people in. That's what I think anyway. Because we were afraid to do that for a long time. And then when we started doing that a little bit, we noticed a bit more growth.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's my opinion with you.
Well, a lot of what Danielle said is spot on. But the thing about it is, that's what's great about YouTube. You have that space to just go, you know, I didn't like that idea the first time it went up. Like, we've had thumbnails and we've had tags, we've had hashtags and stuff. We thought, oh, this is gonna go, it's gonna be the best thing ever.
Yeah.
And no, it just went straight into the toilet.
Yeah.
But that's fine, because the beautiful part is you can go back, you can change it over, you can go, I'll experiment with this. Sometimes it could be, now this is what is crazy about YouTube. Could be a tag change.
Yeah.
It could be the title. Like, as much as people go, it's the thumbnail, like the title does play a major part. Because like, if you turn around, let's say a plane flying in the sky, or you turn around and say a plane does a nosedive and then lands perfectly, what sounds better? Maybe that might work for some people, but see the way the two titles, like, well, I can just look at a plane or, oh, what's going to happen here?
Right.
I don't know why I used the plane, but that's just where I went for it.
Yeah, but you're absolutely right.
Just the contrast of like titles and tags.
It does make a difference.
It does. It's like from our experience anyway, it has. Like, we've went back and sometimes we just changed the thumbnail, and that did make a big difference. Like that what thumbnail we doing? We done it on one of the military videos, and we done it actually the Star Spangled Banner video. We had the original thumbnail for that. We thought was the best thing we ever made. Got rid of it. See, this is what happens. Like, a month later, we're like, wow, this is the worst thing we could have ever put up. And I know people are probably going, no, it's really good, but this is what happens in your own head. You're like, wow, this is like not great. But we changed it to that one, and we love that one, and probably next month we'll change it again. But don't be afraid to change around your content and really experiment with what's out there.
That's great advice. The Stock Explorer let me know today that our dear friend Bayou Bengal 25 is monetized now, which is great to see. I know everybody's talking about watch hours, and everybody's free to swap playlists, of course, but it's great that we see channels getting monetized. It doesn't seem like it, I know, for those of you who are still thinking about monetization. It doesn't seem like it's faster than ever, but I promise you, compared to what we were going through 4 years ago and before that, it's a lot easier now, or faster, let's just say. I'm not saying it's easier, because we didn't have this community. You can imagine that 4 years ago we were barely getting started, and now we've got so many creators. You can come in here and find any number of people to swap playlists with you and set yourself up for an entire week, let's just say. But that's just one example. There's lots more to it. And then I know we've got a few channels here that are either new or fairly new to Superchat. If you've been here only once, twice, or 3 times, anything like that. The best success in these streams comes from making the first move, reaching out to other creators with generosity, supporting them first with all the things you wish they would do for you, knowing that after you connect with them, you will have made a new friend, and they will turn around and do all those things for you as well. So Wheat's art is up on the screen right now. This is Wheat and Shaw with a special art channel. They bring us not only the art that they create, but the tools that they create that art with are featured as well. When I get into the shorts on this channel, you get an idea of the kind of art that they're bringing to us. And then they talk a little bit about that on their original channel, Wheat and Shaw. And they're working on 300 subscribers over there, but they've got the original channel for this creator. It's Pure Variety over here. They give you a bit of idea what to expect on their About section. Some of the art is also featured over here. And then videos are posted frequently, as you can see. And then shorts on this channel bring more variety. These have gotten into 3,900, even 5,000 views and beyond. And then live streams over here as well, where they're on sporadically. And they're here with us just about every day in our streams as well, which I appreciate, of course. And then 646 subscribers, so we'd love to push them towards the 700 we know that they're thinking about. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Pete's making me laugh. Wheat and Shaw brings fun into everything that they do. But Pete's right on to them. We've known them for a while now. M&T Living It is a similar name to what they've been going by for a long time. But this channel is actually one of the first 2 that we know of to be monetized under the newer restrictions of 500 subscribers and 3,000 hours of watch time, along with Canadian Family Life. These 2 channels got monetized around the same time. They've got a brand new video here. It's brand new to me, even though it's a week old. But I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to catch up with them. That's a playlist that I use to keep caught up with creators. They're working on 2,200 subscribers now, and they let us know they're a family living in Florida. They bring a lot of family-friendly content, cooking, fishing, RC cars, cruises, taste test reviews, as well as some outdoor content. When we get into shorts on the channel, they've got delicious looking shorts that have really moved into 5,000 views and beyond on many of these, but into 20,000 on one of them and 50,000 on another, which is great to see. Live streams on this channel are occasional. I've caught them before, I believe, but it's been a long time. Yeah, look at that, 4 months already. Hopefully I'll catch you for another one. I got notification bells on for every channel, of course, and that's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch as much content from each other as we can as well, if that makes sense. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. So Sweet Acres Koi Farm is a brand new channel, and I've just seen the one video from them. I think I actually ran this. I haven't actually seen it yet. So one of the things I like about putting channels on the screen here is that over time I get to know the channels, but as I do watch videos, especially over weeks and months, I get to know the content, and hopefully my description of the channels gets better over time. So they've got quite a lengthy second part to that video. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list for today. And then I will get through my list between now and our next live stream. But that's going to be on Monday. So we've still got a little while to go, right? Our premiere drops on Saturday, 5 p.m. Eastern. That's the interview. It'll drop as a premiere, not a live stream. We'll be back on Monday again as a live stream, so plenty of time for me to go through and watch some of the stuff. Sweet Acres Koi Farm is going to give us hopefully some information on their about section, but for now we'll look at the shorts also and get into 3,900 views and 7,700 views, which is great to see. Nice to see the dogs getting along. And then live streams, where I've got a notification on, and they're going to be doing this in a few days. That looks like it's going to be Sunday, am I right? 1 p.m. So hopefully I'll catch you for that. And it looks like they got quite a few friendly faces over there doing StreamYard panels and things like that, although they could be outdoors. So lots to learn on the channel, but they're already officially on the road to 1K. We always say you're officially on a road when you get to a 100 milestone. Since they've passed 900, they're officially on the road to 1,000. It's an exciting and important milestone for everyone. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Next up, Lewis Acre Farm Karma, and we'll see what they've got going on. The first thing I'm going to look at is their live streams, because they were talking about these Meet Me Mondays, right? Oh, and we got some special guests on the channel. So Andale Homestead's a longtime friend, as a matter of fact. I forget how many subscribers she has. Her channel's been doing well for a long, long time. And this is a great series where we get to be introduced to other creators and, of course, vibrant conversation during the chats as well. Shorts on the channel over here have gotten into 1,500, 2,500, 6,100 views. And then they give us quite a bit of information on their About page, where we get an idea of exactly what the story is behind the channel in Southwest Idaho and what we can expect. And then they've got a couple new videos here, so I'm just going to take the latest video from this morning and put that in my catch-up list, and that'll give me a chance to catch up and watch another video. And Lewis Acre Farm Karma is here with us frequently. And I really appreciate the engagement and conversation as well today. So Ashley's coming up. I've already got this channel ready because I got to get to it from their link. Ashley can be tough to find. She just renamed the channel, by the way. And that can cause trouble with the algorithm just for a couple weeks. We found it might be a little bit more difficult to find channels after a name change, but then hopefully it settles and gets a little bit better afterwards in a lot of cases. So I think Little Lego is still here. I'm just going to get them onto the wheel for fun, and we're going to look at Ashley's content. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Superchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. So I'm happy to see this video that they just put out a couple days ago, because it's the perfect size to connect with. 3 minutes, 30 seconds is excellent. We're always looking for videos over 3 minutes. Anything close to that is perfect to connect with. So I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. Of course, I'm already subscribed to the channel, but Ashley's got a few shorts over here as well. As you can see, this is a dynamic creator. Obviously, they're repurposing some of their TikTok content, but hopefully everybody will connect with them. We'd love to push them towards the 60 subscribers they're thinking about for now, and a little bit farther towards that first 100. That's another important and exciting milestone in everybody's YouTube journey, of course. So I'll spin the wheel just for fun. We're going to look at little Lego in a second. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. So when we look at Little Lego, they've actually got a couple of channels. So this is Little Lego Yarn Dude with 71 subscribers. And this is their crossover channel where they're doing some Lego style crochet work, it looks like there, right? So I'm still getting to know this creator, but they've got quite a few videos on the channel already. I think I might take the latest video. Oh, this is really cool, from Don Yarndahl and Mr. Yarndahl. I'm going to grab this video, put this in my catch-up list, because Don Yarndahl's been a long-time friend, actually. Shorts over here. So they've already got one at 300 views, and then they got a couple of live streams coming up, so hopefully I'll catch you for these. I got the notifications on for those, and then we'll look at their other channel, Little Lego. This one can be tough to find as well. I'll put the link in the chat for this one. And then when we dig through this channel, I'm still getting to know this creator, but I'm going to take the latest video here. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. I'll put that into that playlist so I can keep or get caught up with them. Playlists can be a great tool for that. Mine just has a fun name. They got shorts on their channel over here as well, many more. These have gotten into 1,000 views and beyond, which is great, and then live streams on the channel also. So I've got a couple of notifications here. Hopefully I'll catch the one you got going on for Saturday evening. That'll be a couple of hours after our premiere. So thank you, everybody, for the time that you spent. I really do appreciate every moment everybody can be here. Thank you to our beloved and dedicated moderators, Scratch and PPA, Michael's Adventures, the Stock Explorer. I'm not sure if Corinne's Life's still in the background, and I don't mean to miss anybody. And thank you, everybody, for coming in. So again, we're on Saturday. I will post as quick as I can. It should be sometime before the end of the evening tomorrow. I'm just finishing editing the interview series. I didn't expect it to take that long. But mistakes are made when we rush, of course. Ray of Sunshine, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. So 5 p.m. Eastern on Saturday should be the premiere. I'll get it up as fast as I can so everybody can set their reminders. And then we're back for a live stream on Monday. But you'll be able to connect with everybody the same way we do here while that interview goes on. They're dear friends of ours, Unstable TV, and I had a lot of fun with them. You'll see when we play the premiere. And as a hint, I think I said the word wow more than I ever have in my life in the 2 hours I spent talking to them. So thanks, everybody, and we'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.